This is Doug Green, and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News. And I'm very pleased to have with us again Spencer Lee of Telin. Spencer, welcome.
Thank you, Doug. Nice to be here.
And I'm also very pleased to have with us today Dan Marchetto of CyberData. Dan, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for the invitation, Doug.
So we have some really big news for the channel, and especially for the Telin channel, and that is that Telin is now a CyberData distributor. So first of all, Spencer, what is Telin?
So Telin is in the US, Canada, and Australian market. We are a value-added distributor. Effectively, we work with partners that have end customers in a whole bunch of different verticals that are looking for a solution in whether that be purchasing. We work exclusively with 3CX PBX. So if they want 3CX licensing, a place to host that 3CX license, we offer hosting, we offer SIP trunking, we offer billing and tax compliance assistance, and then we offer hardware and support. So whatever that hardware component, as long as it's complementary to a full UCaaS solution, we're always looking for top tier, best in breed hardware manufacturers to work with. To complement a full solution that our partners can come to us with, and we can assist them, to their end customers, providing a full solution. And then we wrap that entire thing in a service level agreement. So when they're buying from us and they're partnering with Telin, our partners are rest assured that from making a call to that termination and whatever it's going through, whether it's going through the handset or it's going through their router or it's going through their paging equipment, or it's going up to the data center or the connecting to the termination call, all of that is being supported by our tech team and being monitored by our system, and we call that partner success program.
And Dan, what is CyberData?
CyberData is a manufacturer based in California, Monterey Bay, California, and we are developers and manufacturers of IP paging and alerting solutions that provide a safe and informed environment through communications. We build paging and notification equipment, along with there are other things such as custom cabling, networking type products, but our focus is the design and production of notification gear for schools, businesses, outdoor environments. We've been doing it for quite some time. 2024 is our 50th anniversary. You will find us in all kinds of locations such as Home Depot, Department of Labor, Ball State, NOAA, NASA, Victoria Schools. I mean, the list goes on and on. We pride ourselves in making sure that environments are safe for individuals to work and visit in, and that will be either through audio or visual notifications. We work with a select group of partners, and Telin being our newest, and we're really excited about that.
Spencer, why did you pick CyberData?
Thanks, Doug. So we picked CyberData because we were really looking for a manufacturer that could solve a problem really around specifically our partners' paging needs. We looked out in the market, we talked to a whole bunch of different manufacturers, and we really landed on CyberData for kind of three main points. The first one is that they are TAA compliant, which means it's built in the United States. It's designed and manufactured in California. That's really important. And that allows them to open the door to, we do have a lot of our partners that work in the education space and the government space, and that's sort of that's where everything's going as a requirement. So that was a big feather in the cap to CyberData, in one of the reasons we picked them. But another one is we work with a lot of partners that this isn't necessarily something that they do every day. They're not necessarily used to designing out and building out, if they're doing a school, or if they're doing a large, loud manufacturing facility, we get a lot of those questions on, well, okay, how many speakers do I need? And what equipment do I actually need? And we're kind of going back to them saying, well, you have to figure this out. You're going to have to call the manufacturer. And it's sort of this, they get in this back and forth where they can't get, or they don't feel comfortable with the answer that they're getting. So the great thing about CyberData is they actually offer design services at no cost. So if you have an opportunity, you come to Telin, we can work with CyberData and you, and they'll design out, that example that I did, a loud manufacturing facility on exactly where and how many speakers, and you can work with your end customer and then help quote it. So they help you kind of get from A to Z. So, in the vein of everything that we do at Telin, we're trying to simplify things for partners, giving partners the most amount of resources that they can to not only quote properly, but feel comfortable in what they're quoting. So, I mean, those are the big items. And obviously, like I mentioned, we do a lot of work in the education sector, and with CyberData's wealth of experience in education, that was a big reason why. So we're excited.
Dan, in our run up to the podcast today, you were telling me a little bit about your hybrid paging technology, things like silent panic alert. Tell me a little bit more about how, your product is just the right product for this moment.
Thank you. So we've been building IP products for a long time. We're one of the first IP speaker manufacturers in the industry. And that's great, but it comes at a cost. IP speakers are not inexpensive. And so what we decided is that there's a product technology out called constant voltage technology. It's been around for a long time. And that's the ability to string speakers in a serpentine fashion from point A to point B in thousands of feet without home running to a switch all the time like you would do with IP equipment. So what we did is we created this beast, which just got released. And this is our 2570, as it's affectionately known. It's a SIP paging 25 volt, 70 volt paging amplifier. And it has our SIP paging server in it, which gives you unlimited IP endpoints, 250 scheduled events. So recess every day or break every day is one scheduled event, 101 zones, 100 different bells, ringers, or recorded messages. And it will combine all of the constant voltage ability on a 392 watt continuous amplifier, which can be daisy chained, to the IP. So in a scenario where you're trying to save money, you're trying to get as much safety and notification out there at the lowest possible price, whereas constant voltage speakers are all sub $100 versus IP speakers that run $300 to $500, you can see where the savings lie. I did two designs recently, one just recently, and MSRP came out to, as a large facility, came out to about $34,000. Had I done it all in IP, it would have been another $57,000 on top of that. And that's where these cost savings come in, is that we can provide the exact same coverage with a substantial savings, allowing more safety and notification systems to be placed in schools, businesses than you could otherwise, because it's about budgets. And we built this box. It came out earlier this year. It's brand new. We are about to introduce in 2 weeks an InformaCast version of it, which is a security system, alerting system that they'll have an InformaCast overlay on that box. And we've had great success with it. But the point is that that's why we do what we do. It used to be all about, what's for lunch and am I going out for recess? But now we're trying to protect people in environments that they want to feel safe in. And from a liability standpoint, giving businesses the ability to make sure that their constituency is informed and knows the appropriate action to take based on a given situation.
So Dan, for partners out there looking to get into the education market, or maybe they already have education or school districts already as customers and so on, tell me a little bit about this. Is it difficult to install, or is it difficult to manage?
No, it's not. Simply, it is a very straightforward process. CyberData is known for all of their documentation. Um, our manuals are well written. They are easy to understand. On top of that, we have a live tech support team. Typically, Melanie will answer, so you get a human voice, and she will direct your call. Uh, and they will walk you through. You hit a speed bump while you're doing an install. Absolutely, they're there to support you and walk you through to make sure that the installation goes smoothly. The reseller or the installer looks professional, comes out looking good, and the customer is satisfied. So we do that. Our documentation second to none. Our tech support's 8 to 5 Pacific time, and we've gotten rave reviews for them. They are a well-oiled machine, and we're really proud of them.
And I'm hearing real people names, so it's not like you're made in America. It sounds like you're talking to someone in America in real time that knows the
True.
product, knows what they're doing, knows
We
you.
have no bots. We have no bots. We talk, we really pride on trying to take every call. Look, I run various departments, but I am on the phone all the time with resellers and clients, helping them solve their problems. That's what we do best. We're here for them. And we have a motto, it's delight the customer. And we review it every week in our meetings to make sure, did we achieve that goal on all of our engagements? And sometimes we come up a little short, and we work very hard to undo that. So that's our job.
Well, and Dan, that's well said. I think that, that's one of the reasons why, we really picked, CyberData to work together. I mean, we're really excited for this partnership, and our partner base is excited for it as well, because, we really hand curate, the manufacturers that make sense to come into our portfolio of services. We're doing that with the Telin guarantee that this is going to be a good company to work with. This is going to be an easy manufacturer to install, get support from, quality product, well priced. So I think that's well said. And I think it's going to be appreciated by the channel in general, but our channel specifically. And what's always nice as well is you guys, for someone that's looking to just kind of get started, you have a free certification program. So, if you've got an opportunity that if you're a partner, you've got an opportunity you're working on, you can get certified. And you're going to be joining us at our one conference in April, April 17th and 18th. And they'll be able to walk away with the certification at that time as well.
We're excited about that. That's going to be a great event.
Spencer, it sounds like this fits very well to that larger picture you were telling us right at the beginning of our podcast about, you really curate the stuff that you guys sell. You don't just have products being thrown in boxes. There's a lot of thought about how it all stitches together.
Absolutely. So what we do is we make sure that we're reaching out to manufacturers first. We're going through the certification process that I just talked about. Before we ever talk to one of our partners, we make sure that we've had our hands on equipment, that we have experience in it. We have good reviews, when we've talked to people in the industry, so that we know that there's a reason why we're picking a new manufacturer to come in, and then it just brings the whole picture together. So, from a Telin perspective, if you're a Telin partner, obviously you know about our 3.6 licensing, our hosting, our SIP trunking, our billing, our IP handsets from SNOM. And CyberData is just rounding out everything that a partner would need if they're in this industry. That if they've currently been working on, professional services, or they have law firms and now they're getting into a manufacturing opportunity, they have a partner that they can work with. And then obviously we're being backed by a good manufacturer that can support us and support the partners that we're putting them in contact with.
Well, Dan, I really want to thank you for joining me today. This has been really interesting. It's been a great introduction to CyberData. Where can we learn more?
You can learn more at www.cyberdata.net. There's a .com, that's not us, .net, and or call me directly, call Spencer, and we're thrilled to have Telin on board with us. We look carefully for partners, and they really fit our bill. So we're excited about this merger, this partnership, let's call it that.
Made in America, TAA compliant, and also you can call somebody, they have a name, and they might even be in one of the US time zones. It would be really cool. So it's Spencer, where could we learn more about Telin, and how can your partners get on board on this program?
Absolutely. So if you're, a current Telin partner, give your account manager a call, and we can discuss with you, your current opportunities that you're looking at. Put you in contact with someone over at CyberData. If you're not currently a Telin partner and you're interested, visit our website www.telin.com. That's TELIN.com, and to one of our team members, and we can look at getting you onboarded and going through getting everything set up.
Well, I'm looking forward to that one conference you're talking about, Spencer. I'm looking forward to learning much more about CyberData. But for now, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doug.